In this video, we are going to talk about variables. We will give a description of what a variable is. We will then try and help you visualize how Python uses variables. And lastly, we will show how you assign a value to a variable in Python. One of the main concepts in programming is the use of variables. A variable is a symbolic name that represents or refers to a value. When you create a variable and assign a value to it, the computer reserves a space in memory to store that value. A variable is basically a way to give a meaningful name to a stored value in memory. One way to visualize this is to picture the area in memory as a box. We are going to label that box with a variable name. Here we are using population. In Python, we use the equal sign to assign a value to a variable. Here we can see we are assigning population the value of 5 million, or vice versa, we are assigning the value of 5 million to the variable named population. The value of 5 million is then stored in memory. We can access that value through the variable population. And we can store all types of values and objects in memory. Here we have country as Ireland. We've assigned green to the variable colour, Glen to name, and dog to animal. Let's head over to PyScripter and see how this would be applied using Python. I'm now in PyScripter and I'm going to type into the Python interpreter. Here we'll set population as our variable name, and we're going to use the equal sign to assign the value of 5 million to our population variable. And we hit enter. The value of 5 million has now been stored in memory under the label of population. We can access that value in memory by typing in population and hitting enter, and you can see it retrieved that value of 5 million for us. Let's create a few more variables. We'll use country equals Ireland, animal equals dog, and color equals green. And just like with population, we can access all these values. Country prints Ireland, animal prints dog, and color prints green. Population was an integer, and we're going to be looking at numbers in the next section. Country, animal, and color were string literals, and we'll be discussing strings in the third section of this course. For now, the focus was on variables. To reiterate, a variable is a way to give a meaningful name to a stored value in memory. We can then use that meaningful name to retrieve that stored value. Make sure to read below this video for more information and also check out your reference workbook.